Do you feel like you know how the legs work in breaststroke, but no matter what you do, you're just not moving forward as much as the person in the lane next to you? When I was preparing for this video, I noticed that, like in a corporate world, swimming is a constant battle between making money and cutting costs. But in our case, money is the propulsion and costs are drag forces. I'm about to explain breaststroke kick in a way that will make you go, why didn't anybody tell me this before? By the end of this video, you'll understand what's really happening underwater when your kick works, what you can do at home to transform your kick, and what are the costs of making mistakes and targeted drills to fix them. With that, let's break down the kick into 3 phases: start, kick, and glide. In the start phase, we are not making any money yet, only spending it. But it's not all that bad because first you have to spend money in order to make money. When we bend our knees to initiate the start phase, we create resistance because our knees drop down. We often hear that argument, and it's true, but is that it? To move forward in the water, you need to push the water from front to back. When you begin the breaststroke kick, you're actually pushing the water the opposite way. So the more you bring your knees to your chest, the more you'll stop yourself. Unfortunately, the knees have to bend down to get into the position, but you have to be very mindful of how much they come forward. So instead of bringing them to your chest, leave them where they are, far back behind you, and bring your heels to the glutes. Whenever we dive into the details, it's risky because I know a lot of you are perfectionists and we often get fixated on one thing and we lose sight of the big picture. My mission is to not let you fall into that trap and to give you tools so that you understand the forces instead of trying to remember that the coach said don't bring your knees forward. There are 2 main forces that you feel in the water. One helps you move forward and the other one stops you from moving forward. What are those? Propulsion and drag force. Drag force is often referred to as water resistance. And breaststroke creates the most resistance out of all the strokes. So our goal today and every day is to maximize propulsion and minimize the resistance. Phase 2, kick. Now this is where we make money. Have you ever wondered why, if it looks like 2 people are doing breaststroke kick exactly the same way, why is one of them so much faster? Power of the kick depends on several factors: technique, speed, strength, endurance, ankle and feet flexibility. We're going to focus on the technique for now, and we're going to talk about the rest of the factors in my next video, breaststroke kick level 3, which is coming very, very soon. The trick for max propulsion is to flex your feet and turn them outwards as much as possible. That way you are increasing the surface area of the important part of the foot, the part that is going to push against water. The second trick is that you need to be fast to generate power. Don't just move your feet through the water, move the water. The faster you snap, the more propulsion you generate. One thing to watch out for in terms of reducing resistance, pay attention to how wide your legs are. The wider your legs are, the more resistance you'll face. But at the same time, wide legs make it much easier to generate propulsion. So your job is to find your own sweet spot. Try one time with wider legs. Try one time with legs a little bit more narrow and see which one feels better. I will give you a hint though. The rule that is not to be broken is that the feet should be wider than the knees. This doesn't mean that the knees should be glued together. No, they will separate to generate the propulsion. So they will separate a little wider than the hip width. But don't think to separate them as wide as you can because you'll generate much more resistance than any propulsion. Phase 3, gliding. Gliding is like passive income. No new propulsion generated. You are living off what you created in phase 2. So you're not moving your arms, you're not moving your legs, but there is one job for you to do. It is to keep your body in a perfect streamline. Legs up, hips up, head down, arms forward. Notice that I said legs up. This is a sneaky mistake that I used to make myself because nobody told me about it. The internet didn't talk about it, but I will cover this in the mistakes chapter. Chapter 2 on our agenda, Dryland drills. In my last breaststroke kick video that you guys loved, and I am so grateful for that, I showed you a couple drills to help you get the feel for the basic movement. This time I wanted to make it more challenging and I was looking for ways to do that. and I found Kevin from Elite Athlete with the resistance bands. Let me show you 2 great ways that you can use the bands to improve your breaststroke kick. The first exercise is doing the full kick with the bands laying on your stomach. Loop the resistance band around your feet and go through the full kick. This means heels up, feet out, and snap together. The band should be wider than your knees. That's very, very important because this way it will help you reinforce that feet outwards position. This next exercise builds strength in your outer thighs and your glutes. The band will be pulling in the outer direction now. We are working in a standing position. One leg at a time is doing the breaststroke kick. You should feel the band pulling your toes inwards, and your goal is to fight that and keep your feet outwards. Going against the band strengthens your muscles. Going with the band helps you remember how the movement should look like. Chapter 3, mistakes. Mistake number 1, slow kick, no snap. This is like working hard but not fast enough to make profit. Propulsion depends on speed. The faster you kick, the more propulsion you generate and the faster you go. Just like a tennis player needs to swing the racket fast to hit the ball hard, you in breaststroke kick need to kick fast to move far. A great drill to build that explosiveness and rhythm is doing 3 fast kicks and 1 glide. First, focus on doing them fast because we really want to get that speed in there, and then we're gonna add strength to it. Do 450s like that. Mistake 2, gliding too short. I keep talking about it because I still see people doing it. The higher your speed, the higher price you pay for mistakes. And start phase does nothing but create resistance. You could have the strongest kick in the world, but if you skip gliding, it won't matter. Think about it. You are replacing the fastest phase with the slowest phase. Basically, throwing away your hard-earned money. And I know you wouldn't throw away your hard-earned money. Pause in that streamline for 2 seconds or until you feel like you start slowing down. And then start the next kick. What a drill that I want you to do is to kick 125 but count your kicks. Then you're gonna do 3 25s where you take the number of your kicks from the first 25 and subtract 3. So if on the first 25 you had 12 kicks, on the next 3 25s I want 9 kicks. There's no flexibility in that, no negotiations. You must figure it out. Circling back to the legs up. This is mistake number 3. This is something that honestly I have never paid attention to until I read it in the book. And I really wish that somebody did tell me that I was doing this wrong before, but hopefully this helps you if you have the same problem. After I was done with the kick phase, I was relaxing my feet, taking a little bit of vacation time. What that did was my legs were hanging down and creating resistance. What you want to do instead is after you are done with the kick and your legs are coming together, point your toes and lift the feet up. If you don't, the feet will hang down, create resistance, and you'll get the bill at the end of the race. To lift those legs up, squeeze your glutes, again, point your toes and keep your core tight. To get the hang of it, do 450s where you alternate between a dolphin and breaststroke kick. The reason we want to do that is because in the dolphin kick, you're doing a lift with your legs at the end of the kick, and we want to repeat the same lift in breaststroke. Thank you so much for all the comments and likes. You have no idea how motivating it is for me to know that I'm able to help you. If you want to work on the full stroke, watch this video next, and I will see you very soon in my new video.